Every time I post a video, I get the same sort of questions in the comments, and honestly, fair enough. So today I'm answering the Lego questions that I get asked all the time, from what do I do with the sets after I build them, to how do I organize the collection, to how on earth do I afford any of this? Think of this as a quick-fire Lego FAQ that I can then point people towards in future whenever they ask one of the questions that comes up in the video. It works in my head. And if somehow this is your first video on this channel that you've seen, firstly, welcome along. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, but maybe I would recommend having a browse through some of our playlists when you're done here, or maybe even before you watch this video. We do lots of cool Lego stuff every day. This is more for the people who've been here a while and have some burning questions. And question number one, and definitely the most common one that I'm asked, how do you afford all this Lego? And the really short answer to that is it's my job. I'm a full-time content creator. I've been doing YouTube full-time for nearly a decade, and the Lego stuff is now a full channel and full part of the business in its own right. So this isn't just a hobby for us, it's how we pay the rent. That said, it is still very expensive, which is why you'll often see us make videos about budgeting, cutting back, and occasionally just me having a little bit of a cry at some of the bricklink prices. I've said it before, but it's always worth repeating. We wouldn't spend the way we do if this was just a hobby. That would be insane. And I do try and balance out making Lego content that people enjoy and be interested in with not normalizing this kind of spending, because it is not normal. Do not spend the way we spend on Lego, or probably on anything. Another big one, do we take the Lego sets apart after we build them? Absolutely not. Once a set is built, it either goes into the Lego City, it goes into display in my office or somewhere else around the house, maybe in our Lego room, or eventually it might end up going into storage. But it will be stored as a complete set. We're certainly not the kind of build, break it down and rebuild sort of people. We'll build a set once, then we find somewhere to put it. That's why we need an entire storage unit just for the Lego City. And under the Lego City, in the area you never see, we've also got our Lego graveyard of sets that have previously been on display, each in their own little Ziploc bag, hoping to one day see the light of day again. Home Alone house, I haven't forgotten you. You will be back out one day. You're just in so many pieces because of that light kit. Question 3, how do we sort and store our Lego pieces? So when we do have loose pieces, whether they're from spare parts in sets or ordering off of Bricklink or Lego Pick-a-Brick, the plan is we sort them by type, not colour. There's a few videos on the channel showing how we organise our Lego pieces. But yeah, the short version is we have stackable drawers. They're labelled-ish, and we try and operate a degree of self-restraint. That's kind of the official version, the ideal world version. In reality, the parts that I use all the time in the city, like the most common sizes and colours of bricks and plates and tiles, they're neatly sorted and easy to find. Everything else, not so much. I promise it is on my to-do list to sort one day, maybe, but for now there are a number of just big bins full of loose random Lego that need sorting. I think Hannah will enjoy it at some point. Question 4, do you keep all of the Lego boxes and instructions? No. I throw them all away, and I'm not even sorry about it. And I know from some of the content we've done on this recently that it is quite an unpopular opinion, but I just don't have the space or the interest in keeping boxes I'll never look at again. Same with the instructions. We did used to keep all the instruction books neatly filed away, but somewhere around our second full filing cabinet of instruction manuals, we decided it was madness because we never got them back out again. If we ever did want to rebuild a set or check the instructions to make a repair, we'd just use the Lego Builder app. So those instructions just went off to the recycling centre, never to be seen again. I have since found out I could have sold them on eBay, so I do regret that a little bit. And slightly unrelated, if anyone wants to buy 2 empty filing cabinets, let me know, because they are also still taking up a lot of space that I could be filling up with Lego. But to get back to answering the question, I've said it before, I'll say it again, boxes are not sacred. I collect Lego, not packaging. Question 5. Why don't you care about minifigures? I get asked this one every time minifigures come up in a video, and I've talked about it a lot recently, both here and on TikTok, which reminds me, if you don't already, make sure you do follow us on TikTok and Instagram as well. We're at Block Party UK on both of them, and the content's really very good. But here's the full answer. I don't hate minifigures. I'm just not that bothered about them. They don't influence what sets I buy. I don't collect them separately. And I usually end up just putting them all in a big box when I'm done building, or maybe I'll spread them around the Lego city. But even then, the ones that come with the big expensive modular sets, like the Avengers Tower, like the modulars, they're not all displayed with the sets they came with. They're just kind of everywhere. I put them where I feel like they belong. And sometimes that means they just go in a box. I do get why people love them. There are some really cool minifigures out there, but for me, I'm all about the buildings and the cool displays. And the brickheads. I do love brickheads. They're just like Lego Funko Pops, but minifigures, they've just never really grabbed me. Question 6, how big is our Lego collection? And the honest answer is, off the top of my head, I have absolutely no idea. I've never sat down and counted the sets, but I know it's a lot. It's certainly insured for a lot. And thinking about what we've got in the collection, there's the Lego City in the studio. We've got my Mario, my Batman displays here in my office, both on the shelves and up on the walls. We've got the Lego room here at home that's got the Pirates display, a load of castle stuff, the Speed Champions wall. We've got Billy bookcases and Kallaxes full of Lego all over the house. All of Anna's art sets and Disney stuff that's down in the living room. We've even got Lego on the walls in our bathrooms. Plus a load of unbuilt sets or sets that have been built but have now been put away that live under the Lego City in the cupboard under the stairs and all over the shelves that you don't see because they're camera side in the Lego room. So there is a lot. The Lego Builder app says that I've built 231 sets, but that doesn't include duplicates, mocks, unbuilt sets without a QR code, or anything that Anna's built when I've not been hovering over her to scan her QR code as she cracks open the box. So I'm fairly confident it's well over 300 built sets in the collection now, plus probably close to another 100 or so unbuilt sets just in the backlog. One day I will do a full inventory, and when I do, I'll make a video about it, but today is not that day. In the meantime, I did do a couple of videos recently touring the Lego City and another one touring the collection here at home. So I'll link to them down below and they give you a good idea of the scale of what we're working with. Am I a Lego investor or reseller? Nope. I buy Lego to build it and enjoy it. We did have a bit of a clear out of the backlog recently because we just ran out of space, and I did sell some sets that we didn't ever see ourselves building, but they were all originally purchased with the intention to build them. We just maybe got a little bit carried away. I've never bought extra sets with the intention to flip them later. I'm not against it. It's just not why I collect. And that's not to say it's something that we'll never do, but obviously it is a big commitment in terms of space and money. And any money or space that we've got at the moment, we use for sets that we want to build and display. And yeah, we don't have the spare cash and the spare space to buy a load of stuff to keep in the boxes. That being said, as time goes on, I'd love to make Block Party in general a bigger part of our overall content business. I know Anna would love to run a Bricklink store one day, and I'd love to be able to say yes to some of the DMs and the emails that I get from people offering to sell me their collections, but we're just not in a position to do either of those things yet because of pesky space and money. The Lego collectors, true nemesis. One day though, maybe. What is my favorite Lego set or theme? And this changes every time I'm asked about it, but there are some fairly safe bets and kind of recurring answers. So when it comes to favorite themes, the modulars are an obvious one. I'm really into the Fairground collection at the moment. I love Creative 3-in-1. I love Batman. Most wanted sets that I don't yet own, probably we're looking at the 1989 Batmobile or the Ghostbusters Firehouse or any of the rest on the video I made recently of my £10,000 Lego wish list. The favourite set that I've got in my collection, maybe the Haunted House that I got for my birthday, especially now that's motorised, or maybe the Lion Knight's Castle. That's probably the most fun I've had building a set. The Avengers Tower looks really cool. It's huge and imposing. Like I say, it changes a lot. I've got Barcelona football stadium behind me. There are some very cool sets in the collection, and depending on what I'm currently looking at, what I'm thinking about and what I'm feeling, it will vary when I tell you what my favourite ones are. And yes, I am still trying to collect every modular they've ever made. This is an expensive hobby. You should all know that going in, I think. And hopefully that has answered some of your burning questions, or at least saved you from asking the same ones again in every comment section. We can all navigate people towards this video when these questions come up in the future. If there is anything I've missed, drop it down in the comments below and I'll either answer it down there or maybe do a part 2 to this at some point down the line. And in the meantime, thank you for watching. And remember, we have a parting message. It's okay to love minifigures, but it's also okay to throw the boxes away. Just maybe don't glue your Lego sets together. Can we all agree on that one? Preempting the comments again. Toodle pip, everyone.